Hi, everybody. Welcome to another live here on my channel. And today is February 11th. It's Saturday. And you know what that means? You're running out of time to get the bundle. So you have the rest of the evening and all day tomorrow. And by midnight, the Ultimate Vegan Health and Weight Loss Bundle will be off the market. So I really want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to get this bundle. So I'm going live today again with a special guest, and her and I are going to talk about the bundle. We're going to share all about it. If you haven't heard about the bundle yet, let me tell you, it's an incredible deal. It's $6,000 worth of merchandise. It's ebooks, lectures, cooking video, yoga courses. There's a book in there on decluttering your house. There's books on raw vegan, cooked vegan, smoothies. There's something in this bundle for everybody. So it's $6,000 worth of merchandise, and it's yours for only $49. It's an incredible deal. I have been blessed all week to be meeting with all these wonderful people who are part of the bundle. I'm getting to know some wonderful people. And so today I wanted to bring on, let me say her name right, Elspeth.
Yes. Elspeth, exactly. Yes.
Elspeth Abraham Feldman.
Well, yeah, Elspeth, the Speedy Vegan Feldman in plant-based world. Yes.
Yeah, she's known as the Speedy Vegan, and she has contributed to the bundle some really interesting and wonderful videos where she's teaching Costa Rica cooking, which is so much fun. And in these videos, she has a guest appearance. Her daughter's in the videos also, which is very sweet. So her daughter gives the nutritional information of the food. These videos are very informative and very colorful. Costa Rica cooking is very colorful. So, welcome. And why don't you tell us a little bit more about what your contribution to the bundle is?
Sure. Well, first off, thanks for having me here, Val. I have a two-part Costa Rican inspired vegan cooking class series that's in the bundle. So it's two different classes. Each class is about an hour and a half long, and then an ebook with all the recipes that go along with each class. So just like Val said, I cook the recipes here in my kitchen, and in between, and this is filmed live. And then in between the recipes, it jumps to my daughter, and she goes ahead and gives nutritional information and a bit of a travel log about, Costa Rica. So if you're interested in traveling to Costa Rica, there's a lot of information on Costa Rica, and most of my cooking classes, I have many cooking classes on my website, thespeedyvegan.com, and most of my classes are from different regions around the world. So I have an Asian cooking class and Italian, Mexican, different French, Indian, Thai. I love to sort of find the intersection of culture and cuisine and present flavors and food and little bits of culture about different areas in the world. So those are the contribution to this particular bundle are my Costa Rica inspired vegan cooking classes. So lots of flavors and fun and fruit and vegetables, very colorful dishes. So I was just on another live, and I had made this vegan flan, which is a very Costa Rican dish. But all of my recipes are sugar, oil, and salt free. So um, no dairy or anything like that in my meals as well, because they're all vegan. So yeah, lots of delicious food, and that's just my contribution to the bundle. There's over 120 other contributions to the bundle that you get when you go ahead and purchase it. So it's completely, like Belle said, covers a whole range of topics, and there's something for everyone. So definitely get it before time runs out tomorrow night, because on Monday the price goes all the way back up to $6,400. So I think $49 is the real deal.
Yeah, that is so awesome that you just showed your flan, because I had written down in my notes to talk to you about that, because many years ago I taught a cooking class where I made vegan flan. And
Ah,
that's been quite a while ago. It was very flavorful. It was very delicious. I used agar flakes and kudzu root to help thicken it, and I made it. And can you hold that up again because it looks
Sure.
beautiful.
Yeah. Let's see.
Oh, just beautiful.
Yeah, I've got a little bit of coconut on top.
Hmm.
And this is a ginger flan, so um, yeah, really nice. I
That's
use
wonderful.
agar flakes in that as well, and tofu. So and
Oh, yeah,
date syrup, so date paste for the
very
sugar.
nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
delicious.
So in the bundle, I have contributed 3 1-hour cooking classes, whole grains for a whole healthy you. The first one is brown rice and boiled vegetables. The second one is the whole grain millet and a millet breakfast soup. And the third one is the whole grain kasha and a vegetable dish with a ginger sauce. And I thicken the ginger sauce with kudzu root.
Ooh.
Now, the whole grain kasha, I don't think it's used as much. I don't think people know about it. And it's the signature whole grain of wintertime, which means it's warming to the body. It has a distinct flavor. When you grind up the whole grain kasha, you get buckwheat flour.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes the names get confused and they call this buckwheat, but this is kasha. It's 100% gluten free and it has almost the complete range of B vitamins in it. And it has, like I said, such a wonderful flavor to it. So that's what I contribute to the bundle, some cooking classes. So right there, if somebody was to get the bundle and they were to watch my cooking classes and watch your cooking classes, they'd already be getting more than $49 worth of merchandise right there, just from what you and I contributed.
Right.
What's your, well, I don't want you to pick one, but what are some of your other favorite things in the bundle?
So I'm taking my time going through them because honestly, you can't digest it all at once. And that's another good point to make is that when you do go ahead and download the bundle, you end up you have an entire year to go through and pick and choose, what you want to download. So so far I've been looking at Chef Julia's recipes. I've made a couple of hers. She has some Japanese classes in there. Japanese recipes, about 50 recipes, I believe. Vicky has a batch cooking class with some really nice, simple recipes in there. There's some smoothie recipes I've tried, and Chef Yin has a lot of raw recipes that look absolutely beautiful. She presents them. She's all the way on the other side of the world in Thailand, and so there's a bunch of I love a lot of flavor, so I'm sort of drawn to the Japanese or the Thai food or different flavors of the world. So if you want plain food, there's plain food too. Just teaching you techniques on how to. It's not just recipes. Techniques on how to cook things, how to cut things, how to store things, and then there's books on the gut microbiome. I had a fascinating conversation with Dr. Stephanie Peacock, who has a book there on common toxins in the home and how to, avoid them and what change, not just telling you what you shouldn't do or shouldn't, use, but she gives solutions for the everyday questions about plastics and glass versus silicone, et cetera, et cetera. So lots of fascinating things to learn and stuff on vegan, on animal rights as well. So lots of fascinating things to delve into. But as I say, I'm taking my time here.
Yes, and it is going to take time, but it's also very exciting. Every day you open it up, pull up the bundle, and you can just, check out one of the things and you're learning something new or seeing something that's interesting. And so there's also a book in there, Heal and Prevent Autism
Mm-hmm.
by I forget,
Karen
Kathy.
Ramsey.
Yeah. And she's a world renowned lecturer, travels around the world. That's an incredible book that's in there. And Angelica's complete yoga certification course. I'm very excited about that. I've actually already started watching her videos and doing some of the yoga.
Oh,
So
nice.
once you take this course, you're going to get a certification for teaching yoga. There's so much in this bundle. I'm honored and excited at the same time. I'm excited because I get the bundle too, being a part
Yeah,
of it,
I
right?
know. That's a real bonus. I mean, as contributors, but gosh, I would buy it in a heartbeat anyway. And with Valentine's Day coming up on Tuesday, it's a really unique gift from the heart that's heart healthy. So definitely click on the link. I assume you have your link somewhere here, and check it out because you won't believe what you get as part of this bundle. Absolutely an incredible deal.
Yeah, the link is on my website, macrovel.com. It's in the comments below, and I'm sure it's on your website. We're both on Instagram. In fact, I just joined Instagram, so if you're watching, you could go and follow me. It's Chef Val _ Macroval. And so tell us your Instagram handle. I think you mentioned your website already, but go ahead
Yeah,
and
so
tell us the contact.
everything of mine is the Speedy Vegan. So my website is thespeedyvegan.com. I'm here on Facebook, The Speedy Vegan, and on Instagram, I am The Speedy Vegan, and the link to the bundle is also in my bio as well there. And in fact, if you are watching and you're not on Instagram yet, you're not following me on Instagram yet, please do, because I think I'm at 2,998, and it would be really fun to get over 3,000 today. So 2 more follows. I don't know what that means. I mean, it's like, do I get a trumpet chorus or something when you get 3,000 follows? But anyway, go ahead and follow me. You might be my 3,000th follower.
Yeah. You get a nice big forkful of that delicious flan that you just created.
Yes. Yeah.
You mentioned Chef Julia, and I have to say, it's not a competition or anything, but I think she's pretty much up there as one of the most popular things in the bundle because her book is dedicated to her mom because her mom is Japanese. And I was immediately drawn to it because sea vegetables, tofu, miso.
Yeah.
That's
all the flavors we love.
Yeah, that's my background in macrobiotic cooking. I mean, that's what I use all the time. So, and I keep bragging about these. Every live I've done, I've bragged about these. But these are her kabocha squash bread turned into muffins.
Nice.
With blueberry jam in the middle.
Oh.
I mean, I've made pumpkin muffins and squash muffins before, but using the kabocha squash, which is one of the sweetest squashes, it's just such an incredible, wonderful idea. And usually kabocha squash, they always have it in the Oriental markets, but sometimes you may not be able to find it in regular grocery stores. Usually I get the kabocha at the farmer's market in fall time here in Michigan. I'm in Michigan. And so it's usually the farmers markets have the kabocha squash at fall time. Where are you located?
I'm in Maryland.
Maryland. Okay. Very nice. So we have kind of the same tempered zone, right?
I guess I always think of you're in Michigan, right? I always think of you as way colder and white and icier. Like we don't have any white stuff out there, thank goodness. We usually get a couple of snowstorms a year, but none so far, and I'm not complaining.
Oh, see, I'm a Michigan girl. So right now where I live, we don't have any snow. It's been melting and everybody's all happy about it. And I want to go snowshoeing and ice skating, and I kind of want snow, but all I have to do is just drive up north and I can get to snow and have some fun.
Yeah.
So that's all I need to do.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about macrobiotic cooking. Like how do you describe it in an elevator pitch?
Well, it is eating as close to nature as possible.
Okay.
Not eating refined processed foods, eating foods that's not sprayed with chemicals, eating the way our ancestors did. Our ancestors lived very close to nature, so they ate the whole food. Macrobiotics also incorporates the energy of the food, and that's in Oriental medicine, that's in acupuncture and Chinese medicine and things like that, incorporating the energy. So, for instance, whole grains have a calming, peaceful energy. And so when you eat them, it helps impart calming, peaceful energy into your body. And so we also cook according to the seasons. So I mentioned kasha is the signature whole grain of wintertime. It helps circulation in your body so your hands and your feet are warm. Whereas quinoa is the signature whole grain of summertime. So quinoa is cooling to the body.
Okay.
So in the summertime, I make way more quinoa salads. And in the wintertime, I make more kasha casseroles.
Mhm.
So in the wintertime, I'm imparting heat into my body. In the summertime, I want it to be cooling. So macrobiotics also incorporates like cooking according to the seasons.
Interesting. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yes.
I've always heard about macrobiotics, but I've never really like understood the, the philosophy of it, So that's interesting. Thank you. Yeah, that's very
Hmm.
interesting. So, and you've been involved with macrobiotics since you were in your 20s, maybe?
Oh yeah, I was in my early 20s when I discovered macrobiotics, and I had allergies pretty bad. My eyes would puff up in the springtime, and my nose would water. I had eczema
Mm-hmm.
pretty bad, and I had starting to have some pain in my knees, like joint
Mm.
pain, at such an early age.
Yeah, I was going to say 20s. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I have a family history of arthritis in my family, so my journey was I was kind of searching for something that would be healthy. And
Mm.
I had come to the point where I knew refined processed food was bad for me. And I knew every time I ate sugar, my eczema would just itch and I would just scratch until I bled. So I knew that was bad and everything. And I came across this incredible book, Confessions of a Kamikaze Cowboy.
Oh,
And
wow.
that's a mouthful, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all about his journey, how he had prostate cancer and how he healed himself from prostate cancer, changing his diet.
Oh, wow. I haven't heard of this book. I have to look it up. Hmm.
It is written by Dirk Benedict,
Okay.
who was Starbuck in the original Battlestar Galactica, and he was Face on the A-Team
Okay.
TV shows from the 80s. And when I was a little girl, he was like the guy that my heart throb on television. I used to watch Battlestar Galactica, so I had a crush on him. And when I was young, I knew he wrote this book,
Okay.
but I could never find it. Every time I would go into a bookstore, I would ask him about it, and they didn't know what I was talking about. I went into a health food store, and there on the bookshelf was this book, Confessions of a Kamikaze Cowboy. I bought it. I brought it home. It was one of those books that you read. I could not put it down. It was so interesting, and it almost was like a light bulb, like, oh
Yeah.
my God, yes, this completely makes sense. This is the way we're supposed to be living. We are supposed to be
Mhm.
eating whole foods from Mother Earth. We're not supposed to be eating refined processed foods. And this whole concept of energy, I was very drawn to this.
Yeah.
Now, some people get it right away and some people don't, and that's completely fine. Everybody's different. But I was very much drawn to the energy of the food and how it affects the energy of the body.
Yeah.
And so this completely changed my life. And I
Wow.
went and found everything I could about macrobiotics in books. And then there was a school here in Michigan that was teaching macrobiotic classes. It's no longer here, they're out of business. But I went and took some classes, and she said, I need an assistant. And I said, me. And I became an assistant for 2 years. And then I went on to create my own business. I have been cooking for people, teaching classes, and counseling people for 26 years.
Fantastic. It's very rewarding work. Wow. That's fantastic. That's great.
Yeah. It's
And
yeah, it's
and here you
incredible.
are in the bundle. Is this your first bundle?
It is my first bundle.
Yeah.
Yes.
A lot of fun, right?
It is a lot of fun. And everybody who I've met in the bundle is just so nice, and yeah, it's
And
really
it's
nice.
fun to see how everybody sort of presents themselves, and everyone has a different, angle. So, if you don't like me, you might like 10 other people. If you like Vel, you might find 10 other people like Vel. So there's, different people to follow. So,
Yeah,
um,
Lisa Rice, she wrote the book with her friend Lauren. I don't have
Bernick,
her last name, but I don't cook, I cook a little.
yeah.
That's what she contributed to the bundle. And so her and I did a live, and she started the live with, hey, back in the 80s, what got me into eating healthy was macrobiotics.
Oh, okay.
So we had a lot in common. I mean, who
Yeah,
knew until we went live together and we started this conversation.
right.
So it was
I forgot about
wonderful.
that. Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. That's good.
Hmm.
Super.
So
Well,
what?
thank you so much for having me here. And let's connect outside of the bundle as well. And I'd love to, I'm definitely going to download your book and learn more about millet and how I can use millet and cook millet properly, and the other grains. So you have millet and kasha and
Brown rice.
Brown rice. Okay.
Yeah.
Super. All ones I love.
Yeah. Yeah. So everybody, really, you have a little bit of time tonight still, and then you have tomorrow until midnight to get this bundle, the Ultimate Vegan Health and Weight Loss Bundle.
Yep.
Over 120 different items in it, or no, 120 contributors. There's actually, I think, like 140 items. Some people have submitted more than one item. Like Chef AJ has, I think, 4 different things in the bundle, which is amazing. Mm-hmm. And all of this is over $6,000 worth of merchandise for only $49. You really want to jump on this deal. So you can go to macrovel.com. You can go to my Instagram. It's in the comments. You can go to Speedy Vegan. You can get the bundle. Just make sure you get it before it expires for sure.
Yes. Yes.
Thank you so much for joining me. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you, Val. Nice to see you. Bye-bye.
See you later. All right. Thanks.